much for having given us the opportunity to come here and to take part in this initiative. I think the initiative in itself has been quite productive, and the last couple of days have been very fulfilling. From the very first day when we went to see the various biblical sites, I think visually seeing it had a greater impact on the whole group. So the idea of seeing the River Jordan, for example, or to have a look at the mount in Nimbo where God spoke to Moses and showed him the promised lands. I think each one of those sites was quite moving. At the same time, it was quite fulfilling, and for people of religions, I guess to visualize it, to live religion is very important.
My name is Dr. Mamadou Bokoum. I'm from the United Kingdom, and I work at the Ministry of Justice as a chaplain, and I'm also a consultant in interfaith. We came for this visit here in Amman, and we find it extremely helpful, and we visited many places whereby it helped us to see how Muslims and Christians are living side by side here in Jordan, which is very, very, very helpful for us to understand the level of cooperation and mutual respect between the Christians and the Muslims. We also came here today, and in the last 3 days we had these 2 conferences in here, which has been extremely helpful because it helped us to hear from different scholars coming from around the world. Some came from Italy, some came from the United States, and others came from France and Germany. So it has been really an enriching journey for us. And we had the opportunity to have a first-hand knowledge about the Amman message, which is very, very profound. It is calling for unity, for people to come together, especially the Muslims to come together. I think it's very important, and I said it yesterday in one of my interventions, that the Amman message should be seen as the first Muslim step towards, has an equivalent of the Vatican II, towards bringing Muslims to understand and respect one another. We hope to go back to Britain to spread the good news that we have received here in Jordan, and to also use the tools that we have gained here through the conferences and our interactions with other people, to take it into Britain, to tell them that we definitely have learned a lot, we have learned a great deal of knowledge of how to do interfaith and also how to tolerate one another. I hope that we will be given the opportunity to come back again here in Jordan. Thank you very much for having us.
I think the next day then after that, we went to the various Islamic sites. So we went to Karak, and over there we saw the castle, we saw the ruins which go back over 1,000 years. So essentially what you're seeing is heritage, and then the shrines. And I think for me personally, to see the shrines, to witness that physical history was very important. So I'd say that heritage is an important part of our religion, and also it's a very important part of communication when it comes to religion. So having seen those heritage sites, some of them going back 2,000 years, over 2,000 years, to the time of the Greeks. So we saw sites which were possibly 3,000 years old. So I think it had a lasting impact on us, and we understood the heritage and basically the history of Jordan. But at the same time, I think it's important because it shows us where Islam, Christianity, Judaism, the entire belt comes together. That within a small landmass, what you see is that, and literally it was a very small landmass, what you see is thousands of years of history and the development of really three fundamental religions of the world, which if you were to combine all three of them, more than half of the world adheres to these religions. So again, I think that was important. Coming on to the conference and the two-day conference that we had, the seminar, I think it was quite productive. I think it's good to hear about other people's beliefs, or the other as they say, and especially to listen to Muslims and Christians living in the East. They had a refreshing perspective, and I think the very same perspective a lot of times that people may have in the West about the East, you found in a couple of the statements that were given that individuals of the East have about the West.